Hello everyone, it's us again, dedicated team behind the TV channel Days Drama Digest. We're your go-to source for all the heart-pounding twists, emotional roller coasters, and jaw-dropping revelations from the world of soap operas, with a special focus on the timeless drama of Days of Our Lives. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most gripping storylines that's been keeping fans on the edge of their seats, the mysterious and terrifying ordeal surrounding Stephanie's stalker. This isn't just a simple tale of pursuit, it's a labyrinth of deception, hidden motives, and familial bonds tested to their limits. The burning question on everyone's mind is this: will Steve finally uncover the identity of his daughter's relentless stalker? Join us as we dissect how this suspenseful narrative unfolds layer by layer in the iconic town of Salem, where secrets never stay buried for long. To truly appreciate the intensity of this plot, we need to step back and understand the context that has led us here. Stephanie Johnson, the resilient and fiercely independent daughter of the legendary super couple Steve and Kayla Johnson, has always been a character defined by her strength and vulnerability. Over the years, we've seen her navigate heartbreak, professional triumphs, and personal tragedies, but nothing has quite prepared her, the audience, for the shadowy figure lurking in the background, invading her privacy and threatening her sense of security. This stalker isn't just a random antagonist, they represent the ultimate violation of trust, a phantom that turns everyday moments into potential nightmares. And at the center of it all is Steve Patch Johnson, the one-eyed private investigator whose protective instincts are as sharp as his detective skills. Steve has faced down villains, survived presumed deaths, and rebuilt his life time and again. But protecting his daughter from an unseen enemy might be his most personal battle yet. The drama kicks off in a deceptively ordinary way, much like how the calm before a storm lulls you into a false sense of peace. Picture this: a quiet afternoon in Salem, where the sun filters through the windows of the Johnson family home, casting long shadows that hint at the darkness to come. Stephanie and her fiancé, Alex Kyriakis, are going about their day, perhaps sharing a tender moment or discussing their future together. Alex, with his charming yet complicated Kyriakis heritage, has been a steadfast partner to Stephanie, offering support amid the chaos. But then, there's a knock at the door, or perhaps the doorbell chimes with an innocuous ring that belies the trouble it's about to unleash. A package arrives, neatly wrapped, addressed to the happy couple. It's the kind of delivery that could be a wedding gift, a symbol of celebration in a world often marred by turmoil. Steve, ever the vigilant father, is there when the package is opened. He picks up the accompanying card, his single eye scanning the words with a mix of curiosity and caution. The card reads something along the lines of warm congratulations on their engagement, signed by none other than E.J. Demera. The suave, scheming Demera heir whose name alone evokes a whirlwind of emotions in Salem. Is this a genuine gesture from a reformed rival, or is there something more sinister at play? Steve voices it aloud, announcing that the gift is from EJ, his tone laced with skepticism. After all, in Days of Our Lives, gifts from the Demeras rarely come without strings attached or worse, hidden dangers. As Steve holds the gifted, beautifully crafted photo frame, perhaps ornate with intricate designs that scream luxury, has no idea that this innocent object is a Trojan horse of sorts. Unbeknownst to the group, the stalker is listening in, their ears tuned to every word through a cleverly concealed device within the frame. Imagine the chill that runs down your spine as you realize this, while Steve, Stephanie, and Alex converse casually, sharing laughs or plans. An invisible intruder is eavesdropping, soaking in every detail. This isn't just surveillance, it's an intimate invasion, a psychological warfare that erodes the sanctity of their home. The stalker's motives remain shrouded in misdriving, obsession, a twisted form of love. Whatever it is, it adds a layer of paranoia that permeates the scene, making every whisper feel amplified, every glance over the shoulder justified. The conversation quickly turns strategic as the group grapples with the ongoing threat. They've been operating under the assumption that Jeremy Horton is the culprit behind Stephanie's stalking. Jeremy, with his checkered past and connections to the Horton family tree, seems like a plausible suspect. He's no stranger to controversy, having dabbled in schemes and scandals that have left scars on Salem's residents. Steve, drawing on his investigative prowess, suggests setting a trap for Jeremy, a plan that's equal parts bold and risky. Alex, ever the willing hero in Stephanie's story, volunteers to be the bait prey. As he puts it, there's a dramatic flair to this declaration. Alex's voice might crack with determination, his eyes locking with Stephanie's in a silent promise of protection. Stephanie, though fearful, nods in agreement, her resolve steeling as she refuses to be a passive victim. But oh, the irony, delicious, soap opera irony. As they plot and scheme, laying out the details of this entrapment, the real stalker is privy to it all, thanks to the bugged photo frame. This device, hidden perhaps in the frame's backing or disguised as a decorative element, captures every syllable, every breath. It's a masterstroke of villainy, turning the hero's strategy against them. Steve, with his keen instincts honed from years of patching together clues, pun intended, might at some point sense that something is off. Maybe it's a faint hum from the frame, or perhaps he notices an unusual warmth emanating from it during a casual inspection. The discovery could unfold in a tense sequence, Steve examining the gift more closely, his fingers tracing the edges, until Glick uncovers the listening device. The room would fall silent, the air thick with shock and betrayal. What the hell is this? Steve might growl, his voice a thunderclap in the quiet space. Once the bug is found, the implications cascade like a house of cards tumbling down. Alex and Stephanie's worry escalates to new heights. This isn't just letters or shadows anymore, it's proof of a sophisticated, calculated threat. The photo frame, meant to capture happy memories, has instead framed their vulnerability. Stephanie might clutch Alex's arm, her face paling as the reality sinks in. Someone has been inside their world, listening, waiting. Alex, protective and furious, could slam his fist on the table, vowing to end this nightmare. And Steve? His paternal rage would ignite, transforming him from detective to avenger. But the biggest revelation hits like a plot twist bomb. If Jeremy was the stalker, how could he have planted this device through EJ's gift? Or is EJ involved? The doubts swirl, forcing them to reconsider everything. Jeremy, it seems, might be a red herring, a distraction from the true predator lurking in the shadows. This realization shatters their assumptions, opening a Pandora's box of new suspects. Who could it be? An old flame with unresolved grudges? A family enemy seeking revenge? The possibilities are endless, each more chilling than the last. In the wake of this discovery, Steve doesn't waste time. He gathers his thoughts, piecing together a more comprehensive plan to unmask the stalker. Sharing his strategy with the group, he transforms their fear into action. Stephanie, drawing on her inner strength perhaps inherited from her mother's medical resilience, joins in. Without hesitation, Alex, with his resources from the Kyriakis Empire, brings tactical advantages. Maybe even some high-tech gadgets or connections. And then there's Jada Hunter, the sharp-witted detective whose no-nonsense approach has made her a fan favorite. Jada's involvement adds a professional edge. She's not just family or a lover, she's law enforcement, bringing protocols and insights that could tip the scales. Together, this unlikely alliance forms a united front against the unknown. Imagine the scenes, late-night strategy sessions round a dimly lit table, maps and notes scattered like puzzle pieces. Steve outlines the plan with military precision, his voice steady but edged with urgency. We set the trap, but this time we control the variables, he might say, his eye gleaming with determination. Stephanie contributes ideas, her voice trembling at first but growing firmer. Alex interjects with bold suggestions, while Jada tempers them with realism, warning of legal pitfalls or potential backfires. The drama builds as they anticipate the stalker's next move. Will they strike again, emboldened by the bug's discovery, or retreat into deeper shadows? As the storyline progresses, the tension mounts like a crescendo in a thriller symphony. Will they succeed in drawing out the stalker, forcing them into the light? The stakes are sky high. Stephanie's safety, the integrity of their relationships, and the fragile peace in Salem hang in the balance. We've seen Days of Our Lives deliver epic confrontations before. Think of the Demera versus Brady feuds or the endless cycles of love and loss, but this feels personal, visceral. The stalker's identity could be anyone, a long-forgotten character resurfacing with a vengeance, or a current resident hiding a dark side. Speculation runs wild among fans. Online forums buzz with theories, from EJ's involvement to perhaps even a twist involving Chad or another Demera. To expand on this, let's delve deeper into the character psyches, because Days of Our Lives thrives on emotional depth. Take Stephanie, her stalking ordeal isn't just physical danger, it's a psychological siege. Every creak in the house, every anonymous call chips away at her confidence. We've watched her evolve from a young woman in search of identity to a powerhouse in public relations. But this threat forces her to confront vulnerabilities she thought she buried. Her relationship with Alex, built on passion and shared ambitions, is tested. Will this stress drive them apart or forge an unbreakable bond? Alex, often portrayed as the playboy reformed, shows layers of heroism here, his willingness to be prey revealing a depth beyond his suave exterior. Steve's role is particularly poignant. As Patch, he's a Salem legend, but fatherhood humanizes him. Protecting Stephanie echoes his past battles to safeguard his family from threats like Orpheus or Stefano Demera. The discovery of the listening device might trigger flashbacks, memories of his own surveillances, his time as a mercenary, or the losses he's endured. His plan isn't just tactical, it's fueled by a father's love, a primal urge to shield his child from the world's cruelties. Jada brings a fresh dynamic. As a relative newcomer, her outsider perspective cuts through the familial biases. Perhaps she uncovers clues the others miss, a digital footprint, A suspicious transaction linked to the photo frame. Her chemistry with the group adds sparks. Maybe there's tension with Steve over methods. Or a budding alliance with Alex. Now, let's speculate on how this could unfold. Drawing from soap opera tropes while staying true to the narrative. The trap for Jeremy might backfire spectacularly, leading to a confrontation where Jeremy protests his innocence, providing an alibi that checks out. This forces a pivot: surveillance on EJ? Interrogating the delivery service? The bug itself could yield forensic evidence that fingerprints, a serial number tracing back to a shady vendor. But in Salem, nothing is straightforward. Red herrings abound, like a mysterious figure spotted near the Johnson home or anonymous texts escalating the threats. The dramatic potential is immense. Envision a rain-soaked night, the team staking out a location, hearts pounding as footsteps approach. Is it the stalker? Or an innocent bystander? The reveal, when it comes, could be earth-shattering: a betrayal from within, or a ghost from the past. Fans recall similar arcs: Sammy's stalking by Alan, or Hope's Ortal siege building to climactic unmaskings. Beyond the plot, the storyline touches on real-world issues: the terror of stalking, the importance of vigilance, and the power of unity. It reminds us why Days of Our Lives endures its blend of escapism and relatability, where larger-than-life dramas mirror human experiences. As we wrap this deep dive, the question lingers: will Steve, with Stephanie, Alex, and Jada by his side, ultimately uncover the identity of Stephanie's stalker? The sands in the hourglass continue to flow, promising more twists. Stay tuned to today's Drama Digest for updates, analyses, and fan discussions. What are your theories? Share in the comments below. Love hearing from you.